What happened in Memphis is obviously tragic. I video myself, and I will tell you, I was appalled. I'm struggling to find a stronger word, but I will just tell you I was appalled.
Welcome to Unifier TV, where truth has no fear. Okay, first let me start by offering my condolences for the death of Tyre Nichols at the hands of 5 Memphis police officers. People have a different take on what went down and why. Now, out of fairness, Van Jones does say that black officers do hurt and beat and sometimes take out black people in the community as well as white officers. Now, I don't know if there's anything you can attribute to police work. I just think that sometimes people overreach. Sometimes people aren't used to having any kind of authority. You know, I believe that there should be psychological evaluations done when you do enter the police force. Now, is that going to stop all the issues? Maybe not, but it's going to help a great deal, in my opinion. So Van Jones believes that the reason why Mr. Nichols was taken out by black police officers is because of self-hate. And he wants to put it on the fact that the guy's black. The reason I'm saying it is because he's not saying it's because of policing in this situation. He normally cries police, police, or racism. He's saying because it was 5 black officers doing this to a young black male, it is not only self-hate, but it's because he is black. So either way it goes, his rationale is that the black man is under attack, even if it's at the hands of another black man. We have been saying this for a long time, that black on black violence trumps that of white on black violence, or white police killing black citizens. He's only ready to have the argument about black on black when he's still pushing the idea of racism and self-hate. Why can it not just be the situation of these guys were not used to having any kind of authority and they overreached? They did something they should not have done. Now, this is all speculation because none of us have seen this body cam footage yet. I'm supposed to be releasing it soon, but the family has seen it. So if we are speculating correctly, it looks to me like these officers simply overreached. You can't attribute this to racism or self-hate just because they took out another black man. Does that mean all the people in Chicago that kill people every single day have self-hate? What about the murder capital of the world? I'm not sure if it still is. No, now it's Detroit. But St. Louis used to be murder capital of the world. Now Detroit is. And look at the demographics in those areas and who's killing each other. So you mean tell me all these black people across the U.S. who take each other out on a daily basis all have self-hate? I'm not buying that. I don't think it's self-hate. I think it's psychological issues. I think it's emotional issues. I think it's just people enjoying living a certain life where they feel like they can take out somebody just because of a certain infraction. And these officers are no different. I'm not buying self-hate. I'm not buying racism. I'm buying overreach and immaturity. These guys are probably not used to running anything, not used to someone having to listen to them when they say stop, when they say go, when they say don't, when they say do. A lot of people aren't used to having that kind of power, and it goes right to their head and they abuse it. Van Jones found some kind of way to bring race into the situation, as he always does. In this same article, he references George Floyd and Rodney King. First of all, those are 2 totally different situations. I don't know if you guys have seen the Rodney King video. I'm not going to post it on here, but you got to Google it. It's pretty bad. Rodney King did not deserve that. I will say the police were flat dead wrong for what happened to Rodney King. Now, George Floyd was a different situation. If you watch the entire body cam footage of what happened with George Floyd, he's a big man and he put up a strong fight. And there's still speculation on what really happened. I'm not going to go in circles on that, but that's a totally different situation. You cannot compare George Floyd to Rodney King. So Van Jones, you missed it again. I don't know if your eyes were foggy and you didn't see what you think you saw, because you've been crying ever since, Kamala and Biden took office. You've been crying ever since. You're not seeing straight.
It matters. Telling the truth matters. Being a good person matters.
But you are flat out wrong on this. I don't understand how you found room to make this about racism, to make this about self-hate. The fact is, black officers allegedly took out a young black man for what is alleged to be no good reason. That is all that this is. Since you don't like black guys on the right, let's use me for an example. If you and I get into an altercation and it becomes physical, Did I hit you because it's self-hate? If you hit me first, is it self-hate? Or is it because of the situation at hand? I said something you didn't like. You said something I didn't like. Maybe I put my hands on you first, or I stepped in your space, or I said something to your wife, or you said. It's the situation at hand where the wrong person does something out of control that they should not have done. That's what this looks like to me. But what do y'all think about this? I mean, is Van Jones owning something? Is he not? Is he way off? What is your synopsis of what happened to Tyre Nichols in this situation? What is your assessment? What do you think happened? But let's look out for that body cam footage because that's going to tell the whole story.